everyone, it's Linda from Full Moon Studio, back today to share my design team project for January for Cara Brandon Creations. The kit I've used is her Adeline's Scrapbook kit. That is currently 50% off in her shop, and I will link that down below. I will also link Cara's Facebook page and my Facebook page. So here's my little journal. Now, I'm sure you're probably going to look at that and go, Linda, that's pretty boring outside, isn't it? But this journal is for me, and I want to write in it. And I've found that if I over decorate or put too much on the front here, I can't write in it. It gets tatty really, really quickly. So I've had a brainwave. I've pulled out these wee flowers. They're Prima flowers, which I think will look very nice on it, at some point. But I'm not going to put them on now. So what I thought I'd do is just put them in a little baggie here, and then I'll maybe just, slide them in there like that, so that I know that that is what is going to go with the journal. If I give it to someone, I might indeed do the same thing, just send it like that, maybe put some double-sided tape on the back for them to just peel it off and stick on. So that's kind of my solution to that. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit more about this. I've added in some Tim Holtz paper. I've added in a couple of my own botanical book pages and some of my own images. But other than that, it's all Cara's kit. So here it is then. The cover is made with Tim Holtz wallflower paper, and I've zigzagged all around it. And it is a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. And unusually for me, I haven't actually put anything down here either. Normally I put something here, but I couldn't find anything I really liked to go there. So, it might get something, or it might stay as it is. Tied up with a bit of batik. I use these, the jelly rolls for quilters jelly rolls. Well, I bought some, I thought I might have a go at them, but I'm rotten at sewing, that. But they're absolutely brilliant, just torn in half to make ribbon. So that's what I've done with that. And I've got this little brass butterfly held on with a bulb pin. So let's take that off. Let's undo my ribbon. And let's have a look inside. Let me put that somewhere where I'm not going to spike myself. Let's close it. Even better. Okie dokie. So here's our inside front cover. This pocket I've made with the leftovers from, what was left from the cover. I still have a bit more left over, but I didn't want the same pocket at the back. I'll show you when we get to the back. So I've just got a little tiny scrap of collage here, just to take the plainness off, but it's such a pretty paper. I didn't want to do too much. And then I've got 2 tags that I have just, done my usual sort of kind of tear it in half, add a few bits and pieces, and I've stitched around. And I've left the backs plain, again, writing space. So this page then is from a book called The Victorian Flower Album, and it's a brilliant book because it's heavy, really heavy duty paper, and I like, if I'm doing a soft cover journal, I like my first page to have a bit of weight to it. Just gives the whole thing a little bit more strength. So that's my front page from the Victorian Flower Album. This is my vintage doily. I think you know the story of me accidentally getting all these at auction. Absolutely brilliant. And this is the first of Cara's kit pages that I've used. So this has got the most beautiful script. It looks as though it's from an old herbarium or something like that. Pretty daisies. And then on this side, so I've printed out, I think there were 8 pages of patterned paper, 3 background pages. There were 6 large tags, 6 small tags, and then there were a couple of sheets of ephemera in the kit. So I've kind of used most of it. Anyway, this is a plain page. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up for you. Excuse me. But it is faintly lined. So again, I've left it just plain for writing, and I've just edged it with this lace. Now, this is a vintage lace. It's extremely precious to me, which I found in a charity shop in Glasgow. But, I've been I've had it 2 or 3 years now, and really it's time to use it. That's kind of my thinking. Use it. It's not doing me any good in the drawer. So that's used there. So this page is just I've left the background, it's the blue background page, and I've got this little over the page tag here. So that just flips open. So I've got two tags that I've held together with another piece of paper, and I've just stitched around for decoration, not for anything else. So that's going to go there. Oh, hang on. So this is the back of this page, and this is how this tag looks on this page, just with some butterflies there. I mean, I think it would probably, hold itself, but I'll pop a clip in just to be sure. Righty-ho. So I've got another lined page, and this is from an old notebook, an old hardback notebook that I got in a charity shop. But I really do like it. It's nice paper, nice colour. I like the brown lines on it rather than black or grey. And then this is a page from the kit. It's was like an almanac. So here we've got the birthdays of the royal family, Victoria, Prince of Wales, etc., etc., and opening times for museums and galleries. And then this little lady, I found it, and I thought, you know what, that's Adeline, that's her. So she went in there just fine. So I popped her there, and I printed it out, this one, onto a piece of my vintage graph paper. Again, another fairly precious thing to me. I only have a few sheets of this left, but I do love it. So that's why I've used it there. On this page, I've got this clipped in now. I think that this was a die cut. I think it was from Prima. I had a sort of set of them. So I'm kind of using them up. So I've just put a little bit of the collagey bits from the kit. I've got one of the journaling cards from the kit, and I have stamped on it. Now, through the kit, you'll see little pen nibs and the ink bottles and things. So I've used the Tim Holtz stamp with the pen nibs, because I thought that went in quite well there. And then over the page, I've just left that blank again, because it's a pretty pale pattern. You could write over that, so I've left it like that for now. And then this little tag, which is just a simple little collage tag, fits there. And again, I've left this page from the kit just as it is. See, here's one of the pen nibs. I've got a plain page here, but I've stamped my pen nibs in again. And then I've just left this one plain. I think there's meant to be something in there. Yeah, I think there's meant to be something in there, but I've lost it. Okay, we'll move swiftly on, shall we? Here we are now with these beautiful, beautiful birdies. I just love this illustration. And this page then is from another of my very favourite books. It's Constance Miller's Flower Book. It's a book of days. And I chose this page just because I like the colours. But if I'm making a journal for someone, I always try to include their birthday. So, I've got July, so if the person was born on the 1st, 2nd, or probably up to about the 5th, that would be in keeping with their birthday. And I don't mind this going this way. I just write this way, and it looks fine. Now, I did make a masterboard with the odd leftovers, and actually I've still got, just realised, I've still got a journaling card, which needs to be stitched around, but I'll pop it back in here in a minute. So I got that from it. I made this pocket from my masterboard, and there's one or two other things which I'll show you as we get there. Two more tags, and I think I'm going to just pop that in there so I don't forget about it. I think that looks fine. So this is the centre, and I've just used some neutral wax thread and a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Then I've made a wee tuck spot down here with a rose die cut. It's a card one. I think it was Anna Griffin. So, it's sturdy. And then this is a greeting card. I've got a box with these little greeting cards in. So they're Joseph Redoute rose paintings. And inside, I've got this. Now, this is again from the same shop that I bought this lace. And I don't think I've shown you these before. I spotted them on the counter, and I said to the guy, "Oh, what are those?" And he said, "Well, are you interested?" And I said, "Well, yeah, of course I am." and they are vintage cigarette silks. So at some point, I won't bore you with it today, but I will tell you a bit more about them. But this one I just thought was perfect colour-wise for in here. So I've just kind of stuck it in the card as a kind of wee flip, so you could write a secret under there, and used a little leftover piece of the lace just to kind of secure it in position. So that's going in there. And then, oops, what's that? Falling out. This pocket is one that I made from vellum. It was part of one of Roxy's weekly challenges. And I've got just this little bit that was a journaling card straight from the kit. Oh, I've stamped it again with the pen nibs. And then I've got another little tag, and the B is there because I did some rather wonky stitching. My stitching is atrocious. There we go. So this is the back of the flower book, and then we've got this beautiful page here, lovely yellow background, some script, and these little white roses on it. Just pretty, pretty. This page is lined again, so there's plenty of space for writing. These beautiful buttercups. There's a couple of little bees in there, which I really like. And then here I've made a tuck spot from one of the journal cards from the kit. Just added a little botanical to it. And I have tucked in another of the journaling cards from the kit. And I've stamped it again with the pen nibs. And then I made this little tag as well. I love the way the colours change through this. You know, there's greens and yellows and pinks and blues. It's super. So here we are again. We've got another kind of lined sheet, pretty roses, and some more of the little pen nibs. Here, this is just sitting. This is a piece of ephemera that was again a piece of one of Roxy's weekly challenges. It was a masterboard. It's lined with coffee dyed paper. I've got this, oops, big sea thistle affair inside it. Little bit of bits and pieces on the front, and then this was one of the journaling cards, but I thought it went on there quite well. So that's just living there. Oh, and this beautiful page here. And I believe that's chicory. I'm actually quite proud of myself for managing to identify that. Back to the graph paper, and then the other bit of the almanac. These lovely tulips on it. And yes, it's was Kate Greenaway. And that, she's an illustrator that, you know, I kind of heard about. But I don't really have any of her things. I do think it's kind of little girly. I think it might be just a wee bit cutesy for my taste. And I think that's probably why I haven't got anything from her. Another sheet of my note paper. Look at this page. Isn't that just beautiful as it is? Just beautiful birdies on this beautiful background, little frame. I love it. And then here, right, this is another piece from the masterboard. I made this belly band with the masterboard and slipped this in because I thought, well, this is probably our Adeline in childhood playing with her puppy. And the postcard is from a book of postcards, which are about, I think they're about 30 years old. Published in the 90s, something like that. So it was a book with, and they were tear out postcards. So I just thought that sat nicely there. Then I've got some plain paper again with the lines in it. Another piece of my vintage lace. And then this beautiful page here with the cornflower and beautiful italic script behind it. Here is my doily. This is the last page from the vintage Victorian flower book, and that's just beautiful. And then the back here, I've made another pocket from the Tim Holtz paper, little bit of collage on it, and in the back I've got two items. I've got this collage journaling card with the woodpecker on it, which, as you can see, I did some very wonky stitching around, and then I thought, okay, the only way around that is to wonky stitch it a bit more and make it look like it was meant to be. And then I've also added this, and this is an Edith Holden postcard, and again, it's from a postcard book. These at the moment are going for silly, silly prices. I managed to buy it a few years back in a thrift shop, so You know, I've got a few and they're precious, but this journal I felt deserved it. So that is a quick look through my Adeline's scrapbook journal. As I say, very simple, but you know, that's me. I kind of like things to be kept not too fussy. Oh no, I say I want to be able to write. So let's just tie it up again. Pop my butterfly back on. Getting a bit short of bulb pins. I obviously need to order some more. There we are. And then I think what I'll do, this is going to go up on my shelf, so I think I'll just slide those in. I think they'll be fine. I could probably paperclip it, couldn't I? And that would hold it better. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's just paperclip that in somewhere. That'll do. Then they won't drop out like that, hopefully. Great. So they're in there, ready to decorate the cover once I've finished with the journal, or if I send it to someone, then, as I say, I'll maybe just put some sticky on the back for them. So thank you all so very, very much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.